if you're a beginner, like total beginner, we want to give you a checklist, something very simple that you can just be like, okay, I did this thing. Okay, I've done this thing, right? So join some communities that you're interested in. The key part is interested. If you're not interested, then you're not going to be able to really interact. So like, I like motocross. So I would find some like dirt bike or motocross communities because I'm going to be interested in that kind of stuff. So find some communities that you're truly interested in. Look at the YouTube channels you're subscribed to. Look at your internet search history, your YouTube watch history, or just look at your bank statements and see what you spend money on. Like you're interested in something, and wherever your attention and money is flowing, that's probably a good signal. And that's probably what kind of communities you should join and start to hang out in. It's also a good sign of like, if there isn't a community about that on Skool, then maybe you should be an operator for someone and make it, right? Like if you're real into motocross and you love watching these different motocross riders, but you can't find one of them on Skool, well, maybe you could be that person's operator and get them set up. And then, just showing up daily, helping people and building relationships. Like this is where it starts. Like you've got to build a habit of showing up. Putting a lot of pressure on yourself to make 10 grand a month, that can sometimes be harmful because it's just too much pressure. The first habit everyone needs to develop is to just show up. So, you wake up, you go to your computer and you go to skool.com. Like that's kind of where it starts. You build that habit. And then you can start your own community. And if you're starting out from scratch, we recommend you make it free, get some people to join. So get your first 3 members and then stay up to date with the latest Skool Games training because we're going to release, new features. We're updating the training. There's different ways to play the game. You want to stay up to date with all of that and look out for opportunities. You could be an operator. You could offer services like copywriting or help people with YouTube thumbnails, or it could be community management, and you could get a few gigs. And what I mean by gigs is you could get like 5 people to pay you five people to pay you 2 grand a month, or you could get a job, which is like 1 person to pay you 10 grand a month, right? Still 10 grand a month, but it just depends how it's kind of split. And that's a really nice way to get started and that's kind of like on the side of building up your paid community, right?
And so if all this Skool stuff sounds interesting to you, I do have an easy offer for you. You can go to skool.com/games. And what we have inside for you is we have 3 calls a week with guys who are actually making tens of hundreds of thousands of dollars a month on Skool using the platform, teaching you exactly what they did step by step. So we've got calls for you of other people. We've got a community of others to help you out. And I think the benefit here is that you get people who are both starting with you at 0, but people who are also at the end of the race cheering you on. And so you kind of have like 3 types of accountability. So you've got peer accountability, you've got kind of like coach accountability because people are rooting for you, but then you also have alumni accountability, people who've already been through it. And then I made a course that I put in there. It's free. It just shows you how to do this, the different ways to play the game, the different kind of like avatars that you can self-select. Maybe I'm somebody who likes making content. Maybe I'm somebody who's better at ads. Maybe I'm somebody who already has an audience. Maybe I'm somebody who likes outbound. Maybe I'm somebody who likes to have a partner. So I break down all the different paths that you can use to really start making money on the internet with what I think is the easiest business model out there. The best part, in my opinion, is that all of this stuff, obviously we have the prizes, the top 10 gets to fly out, so hopefully you can do that. But you only need 3 people, and I just did a 1-day full deep dive. It's 8 hours of me just helping the top 10 communities scale, and those recordings are live right now. So if I had a $100,000 mastermind or something, this would be it, except it's yours and it's free. And here's my incentive for you. If you just get 3 people into your group. All right, so I like to put as low as I possibly could. You get 3 people into your group, you can get your friends in there. I don't care if you cheated, it's fine. Get 3 people into your community, and you get all the downloads from that. And all of this stuff, you can start for free for 14 days, just so you can get a feel for it. You can go in there, download everything, and steal it all for all I care. All right, but my hope is that you actually use it so you can make your first dollar. And I will just repeat this one stat because I think it's the most important stat I think of the business right now, is that 30.4% of people who finish their first month of the Skool Games make their first dollar online.